Congratulations members on the gold move on the gold software on Friday. Welcome to the weekly Forex forecast for the 20th of May. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Before we go into the markets and do the full technical analysis for the weekend and give you the targets and the trends for the next week, just have a quick look at gold. When you see a buy signal on the gold software, just buy it. And there's 366 pips there waiting for you. The other thing you can do, of course, is simply trail the software as it goes up. Just move your stop every couple of hours to this green line until you're stopped out. Fantastic move. Congratulations, VIP members. Let's go into the markets. Just a quick reminder that all the information is for educational purposes only. Please do your own research and trade at your own risk. Well, what an amazing week we had in the members room, and congratulations to all VIP members who profited this week, and long may it continue. We're seeing some fantastic moves, and it looks like the yens are getting ready for a really big move. So I'm going to do the analysis, the full analysis, the parabolic trends first, and then I'm going to go into the price action charts to give you a closer zoomed in effect on what's going to happen from Monday the 20th of May. So the DXY is, as I predicted, has hit our target of 104.41 from the last Sunday's analysis, and now hitting a high liquidity zone, or what we call a convergence area, where the price is hitting an area where it's likely to go back into the uptrend, which is the long-term channel. So we do expect stronger dollar coming up into this week coming. So our target for this week is going to be 106.65. So despite some of the charts showing parabolic trends to the upside or the downside, the change in the US dollar direction will change those as we go along the week. In terms of the yen futures, this is the driver of the yen pairs, isn't it? So this is the one that we're going to watch for this week. We are expecting further downside momentum to continue despite the intervention in the last couple of weeks. It really hasn't gone anywhere at the moment, and that's why the yens have been mixed this week. However, I do think this price is going lower to 63.59 and then on to 61.80. It's not parabolic to the downside, so I can switch that off. But nonetheless, I think it will do. If it breaks this line here, as you can see, this area here needs to be broken. Sorry about the crooked line. That's why I've got these tools to do it for me. And as long as we get that break in the next, maybe even as soon as Monday, so look out for that. This is going to go big. If this goes down and collapses, then we can have a lot of fun. Now, the Swiss franc futures is the one that we use for correlation in terms of the Swiss pairs. So as the Swiss franc futures goes down, as it looks like it wants to continue in this downward momentum, then of course we're going to see the Swiss franc pairs move up. That's the correlation. That's how it usually works. So we can see that it's been not doing much at all. This is not parabolic. All the charts don't agree. However, I think this daily chart tells us the story, doesn't it? It tells us where the downtrend is, and it looks like the price action in terms of the direction wants to continue to 109.02 and then on to 107.28. If that's the case, and it does happen in that way, then we'll be looking to trade most of the Swiss pairs. On to the indices, and in particular the Dow Jones index has moved up. Congratulations members who had the trade on the Dow Jones this week, up to 39,666, hit our target. Congratulations. Now this is interesting, isn't it? Because now we can see this is now into a very high liquidity area, and it was into a wave 4. I'll be talking about wave 4 throughout the next few minutes, doing especially in the price action charts, to show that the most powerful trends are into a wave 4 from liquidity. So we can see that now it may well be forming a wave 5, but I'm not really bothered about that. I'm more concerned about the liquidity zone. Is this going to be broken to the upside and the trend to continue? I'm not holding Dow Jones because of this. I've now closed it, so therefore it's totally up to you if you want to hold that. The next target is going to be 41151. In terms of the FTSE 100, this has been moving up. Congratulations. We're still holding this, and we don't see any change of character yet to the downside. Now, the charts indicate there's going to be a possible pullback. Here our target 83.11. Congratulations if you traded it to there. And the pullback could be quite narrow and shallow, so we could see the price just continuing this week. Depends really, but we're holding this, and we'll be giving you the trailing stop for VIP members every day and the targets if they change. For this week's target on the FTSE 100 is 87.96. Congratulations members if you are in the Nasdaq, continuing upwards. And looks like a continuation is likely, although it's suggesting a wave 5 formation. I don't think that's the case at the moment. I think this will push higher to 19,219. Congratulations on the Hang Seng as well. We've had a fantastic time with the indices and the yens and gold, so I hope you are enjoying these times. Nice buy signal on the Hang Seng above the blue line, indicating further upside momentum is likely on the Advanced Pro charts. And our target for this week is 23.91, then on to 22.066. Of course, the S&P is going up as well, as they all follow each other. A fantastic buy signal down here on liquidity. I did mention this earlier before. What you're looking for is convergence in many of these charts. And when you get convergence in these kind of areas, i.e. a trend line, liquidity block, buyers coming in, price moving up, then of course there is your profit, and it's going to 55.36. Just a quick reminder that I do the full analysis every day for VIP members, giving you the trends, giving you the trailing stops, giving you the targets. So I'll give you the full analysis every day, where you can make your own mind up what you want to trade. Or if you want to upgrade to the signals, the Forex signal group or the gold signal group, then of course all the links are below. Okay guys, we're going into Bitcoin. Bitcoin is parabolic to the upside. We've got change of character. We've got break of structure. Here we go. I predicted last December that the price was going to $100,000 by June. I don't know if it's going to do that by June, but I do know it's going up. And so the first target is 77,249. The second target is 90,202. The third target is 110,347. Get ready. It's going to be a great ride. Now, I did mention earlier the parabolic trend. This is where all the charts agree, the daily, the 4-hour, the 2-hour, and so on. And that's what we could call truly parabolic. So in this instance here with gold, we can see what happens once it goes parabolic. It's a very powerful way of trading. And all you do is hold on to it and then trail your stop each day. It takes 10 minutes a day. Literally, that's it. However, when we get this situation, we have to be aware that sometimes when we see a parabolic trend hitting a high liquidity zone into an ABC pattern, that is indicative of a big correction, possibly. Now, of course, if the dollar gains strength, as it's likely, then we're going to see the gold fall back down to 23.16, possibly in the next few days. Or the next week. So once it gets down to there, then the big moves occur, because then you've got convergence into this area, into this trend line, into this liquidity zone. That's a massive buying area as well. So keep an eye on gold. There's going to be some great fun with this. On to Forex now, and we're going to cover the parabolic trends first, and then we're going to go into the price action charts on all of these to give you a heads up on what's going on. I'll give you my favorite trades coming up on Monday, as early as Monday, although there's low volumes on Monday usually, isn't there? But I'm also going to go over some of them that are not parabolic trends, like the Canadian yen, Canadian Swiss, and so on, because there are some interesting trades setting up which you could enjoy. Now, in terms of the euro dollar, this is It's not quite convergence, is it? It's not quite converging into the liquidity zone. So there could be a little bit of a leg up into here, into the supply area. It did hit our target. Congratulations from this buy signal on the Advanced Pro charts to 108.67. Hopefully you enjoyed that ride this week. And now we can see it's hitting a major resistance line, this trend line going down here. I would prefer to see it hitting that here as well, but we'll have to see on Monday, Tuesday to see what's going on. So I suspect with a stronger dollar coming, then the price will probably roll over and start to head for 106.72. Now that's despite it being parabolic. So all the charts will be saying buy, but there's something else going on in the long term that may be affected on that. So again, it might be a bit of a conflict in terms of parabolic trends, but that's the whole point of the price action charts, to give you the edge. It's the same story for the pound USD. We're going to have to wait to see what happens with the DXY, whether it goes strong, probably, which will drive this lower. I think it hit our target this week, 126.80. Congratulations. Probably got further upside momentum to go, potentially, but depending on the DXY, if this goes stronger, then we're going to be heading for 123.91. Now, the US Swiss is parabolic to the downside. All charts agree. However, as mentioned earlier, it's doing something very similar to the DXY, isn't it? It's hitting a major support area. No liquidity zone, which is interesting, but it just means that this is probably not tradable in these conditions until we get clarity. I would prefer to see this price start to move above this area and get something like that going on. However, that's going to take a bit of time and a few days to work itself out. Now, the New Zealand yen has been in a wave 4. Congratulations, and continuing upwards. And looks like we're going to get some big moves on the yens this week, as soon as this week possibly. And depending on the yen futures, of course, if the yen futures continues down into a parabolic trend, happy days, then we'll be continuing these positions higher. So New Zealand yen came into a wave 4, which is what you're looking for. Wave 4s are really important. As I go into the price action charts, you're going to see them more and more. And so therefore, they are the ones that attract the biggest moves. So this has moved into a wave 4 from the buy zone and continued upwards into this liquidity zone. However, I think this is going to be easily broken, and time will tell, of course. And as long as it's broken, it's going to go to 157. In terms of the pound yen, they're all doing the similar thing. 199.58 is the target for this week into the liquidity zone. However, we will be keeping an eye on these. We will be I will be personally trailing these rather than using targets on the yens. What that means is if it's going to move 1,000 pips, then we're going to grab it. So it's really important to understand that. Now, I mentioned the Swiss franc futures looking weak. Not confirmed yet, but looking weak into a downtrend, continued downtrend. And this is going to drive the Swiss franc pairs up. So the pound Swiss is parabolic to the upside. We do have change of character and a buy signal on this trend line, which looks like it wants to continue. So we do expect the price to go to 11747 this week. So this is going to be one of my hot trades. The Aussie Swiss is another one that's parabolic, a lovely buy signal on the Advanced Pro charts. Fantastic move. So if you want to trade just the parabolic trends, this is really easy. Just wait for a buy signal and you just hold it and you move your stop as I show you and teach you and coach you, so that you can actually maximize the moves as they go. So the target for this Aussie Swiss is 61.48. Pound Canadian is also parabolic to the upside. Nice break. And we had a nice sniper trade as well. So this looks like it's going to continue to 173.86. Aussie Canadian also. Don't worry, we're going into the price action charts any moment now. Just clarifying what's trending. We've got strong trends on. So Aussie Canadian to the upside. Hit our target 90.40, carrying on to 91.77. Okay, we have a conflict, but I'll explain all. So once we got onto the price action charts, we can actually see what's achieving higher highs, lower lows, pullbacks, and so on. So this is the US Swiss. We have a conflict because the dollar is saying that it's going to buy soon. It's hitting an important convergence area, and so is the US Swiss. We covered that earlier today. What we can see from the lower time frame is the price is achieving higher highs. We've got a lovely swing low on the price action chart, and coming into liquidity. So this potentially is going much higher in the next few days. Look out for this. This is going to at least, he said, get the right tools, 91.30. So are you sitting down? Okay, let's go on to the ends. This is going to be a lot of fun. So we know that the New Zealand yen is parabolic to the upside, the most powerful trending charts there are in the market, and we can see why on the 30-minute chart. And what we're looking for is for the price to come into liquidity and then bounce off it into liquidity, bounce off it, swing lows, swing lows. So we do expect a pullback on the New Zealand yen coming into the week of the 20th of May, and we can see that we calculated a target of 96.51. Aussie yen, New Zealand yen, Aussie yen do the same thing, so don't trade both. It's just for your information. So we do expect the price to come down to liquidity in the next few days, and then there's going to be a big bounce. The target is 107.38. Trading these price action charts is fantastic, and as you can see, we get many chances to come into the market using these swing lows on the price action chart. So the price action chart just tells you when to get in. It's very straightforward. So we do expect a pullback from this area here Monday, but then there's likely to be a bounce. The target for pound yen is 200. So this is the pound Swiss, and this is parabolic trend as indicated by the flags on the right side here. Just want to show you a few things here. Okay, so what I'm trying to show you here, there's lots of trading opportunities, and this is where I get my Forex trading signals from, which I send into the Forex signal group. It works on oil trading, gold trading, Bitcoin trading, anything, but it's based upon market structure, continuation, breaker structure, and change of character, all made simple just for you. So here we go. So where are the trading opportunities? You can probably see them. It's a no-brainer, but I'll highlight them anyway. You can see that when the price comes into liquidity and the stochastic's been oversold in an uptrend, and we have the stepping stone effect here on the support lines, then the price is highly likely to continue in that market structure to the upside. So you get a correction phase, then you get the impulse back into the trend, and away you go and on to target. And one of the simplest ways you can do this, if you want to, is simply trail the bottom of this trend line as it goes up, as it goes up, as it goes up. So your bank, 500 pips, maybe 200 pips, maybe, who knows. But nonetheless, if you go for 2-to-1 risk to reward, then of course that's the safest option. Further upside momentum is likely in terms of the pound Swiss. I've given you the targets earlier today in the daily chart. Trading swing lows on the price action charts is the safest way to trade. So just simply wait for the swing lows to come in, indicated by this stochastic, and then put on your trade. Just make sure your stop is below the support areas and you've got a 2-to-1 risk to reward. Pound Aussie is not working for us at the moment, but I'll be making a decision on that on Monday for VIP members, but everything else is working lovely. Just want to show you the Euro New Zealand. This has been working well, And as we can see, the way the price action charts are very, very clear in terms of direction, in terms of resistance, in terms of support. And you can actually get into these at any time once you've got the clear sense of direction. So this is the reverse, obviously, of the buys on the yens. This is sells on the Euro New Zealand. So the fantastic move. And we do expect further upside coming back into supply on this and then moving down. So we've got some big targets to aim for this week. So it's going to be a lot of fun. If you want to join me as a VIP member, I'll be glad to have you on board.